Hello guys, welcome to a new video. Today I'm gonna go through my new track IC, which came out a week ago. If you came here from my Instagram, let me know down in the comments. And if you don't follow me on Instagram, go follow me on Instagram. DM me, let me know you came from YouTube. Very nice. If you haven't heard the track, I'll leave a link in the description so you can go check it out. And yeah, let's just get right into it. Let's start with the intro.
Fireflies in the sky, and they're coming down and hit the ground now. Round around, chase all my dreams. Will you come with me tonight? Be my.
Okay, so first off, the vocal. The vocal is actually from Splice, and I haven't done anything to it except like sped it up. You can see here it's 95 BPM original, so it's very very slow. It's from some kind of like tropical house pack or whatever. Jävla folk. I don't know. I'm not like a huge fan of it, but it works. As of the instruments I used a ton of Labs piano. So this is just never mind. This this isn't even Labs. This is just FL keys. But yeah, it says Labs on here, so I probably had Labs like before. But yeah, we have some OTT sound goodizer, some EQ, reverb, the filter that like goes up, and a bunch of frequencies that I didn't want, and an imager to make it a little wider. And here we have like a little. I'm not sure if you can hear it in the song, but it's there. And here we go. This is Labs, I know for sure. And I always do this thing where there's always one or two notes that can be dragged out through the whole chords, and it sounds all like very nice. And you also have these like conflicting. It's like a suspended chord, I think. Don't quote me on that, but alright, so what I have on this is no, that's the wrong channel. I have OTT. This is a hell of a lot of OTT. I used to do this a lot. I made this song like maybe half a year ago, and that's when I just started using Labs, which is a great free plugin. Everyone should use it. It has like pianos, guitars, and strings that I use all the time in all my songs. And I always used to put a ton of compression on it, a ton of OTT. It makes it sound like really, like you hear the. It gives it a completely different feel, and sound goodizer just to beef it up even more. And I get rid of all the lows and all the highs and a little bit of the low mids, because as you can hear, it's very noisy when you compress it that much. It's ridiculous, but I really like it. And we also have some reverb. And yeah, I actually use this piano like a lot. I usually don't compress it as much anymore, but it's very useful. It's a very useful like sound. Yeah.
Come with me tonight. Be my fire.
Okay, so this transition here. So this is just like a reverb switch thingy, you know, from the chops. you just put like a ton of reverb on one of these little chops, and you record that, and you reverse it, and you just take the tail, and you use that. We still have the little birdies chirping here, and I always use a ton of these like orchestral. Okay, never mind. Oh, these ones. I always use a ton of these in all my songs. Kishmer, of course. Without Kishmer, I wouldn't be able to make music. No, but I use those all the times, and yeah, just a bunch of impacts and stuff here, and
Be my firefly,
we got a little drum loop here, tambourine. We have. It seems like the piano has been lowered an octave. Or something has been added, like the bass notes have been lowered an octave, I think. We also have this. Which is just an init sound with some distortion. Yeah, I use Wave Shaper a lot to distort stuff. Yeah, just some Wave Shaper, some compression, some EQ. I haven't done much in here, but it's a saw wave with 4 voices that's detuned. And a sine for a little sub. So it's a pretty simple sound. And here we also have the vocoder that comes in. I think it's this one. Yeah.
Yeah, come with me, give me a light, oh, give me a light, give me a light, oh.
I usually use a lot of vocoders in my songs. I love like playing around with vocals, like making harmonies, and yeah, just fun things like that. I think it adds a lot. And here we have those little things again. No? Okay, we haven't even gone that far. Okay, never mind. Yeah, and that's pretty much it for this part.
Give me a light, oh, so I can see. Give me a light, oh, give me a light, give me a light, oh, so I can see.
Okay. So once we get here, this is a little crash thingy. This is a snare of some sort. It's from Ultrasonic's pack. I use his Future House presets quite a lot, actually. Like, I think they're a good starting point. Especially the basses and stuff. I use a ton of like the Brooks basses and stuff. I think I used them in this song as well. They're actually really good. I've noticed he has stolen some samples from Kishmer, from the Kishmer packs, but the presets are pretty good, and I use some of the samples in here as well. Another one of those. I feel like they're very loud in this song. I don't know. So here we get to the like where the main melody starts coming in, or like the main pluck and whatever, and that looks like this. This consists of 4 layers combined with some Sylenth, just some random presets. This is also from the Ultrasonic pack. Just like a bunch of random sounds. very plucky. They are routed to the same channel, it looks like, and we have some OTT again, just a tiny amount, just to compress it a little bit. Some sound geyser to beef it up a little, compress it a bit more, saturate it a little, and some EQ to get rid of all that those annoying frequencies. And just, I don't know why I did this, but I guess to remove the worst of the sub. We got some more EQ, a reverb, some filter, and another EQ. Okay, here we go, good. I was like, what the fuck did I do here? Why didn't I remove all the sub? But I did it here, so yeah. And kickstart, that's what I use for sidechaining. And yeah, so we get that coming in here. I think we also have, yeah, just some claps. We also have this melody coming in. And this. Oh. And I guess it goes like. Yeah. What's this? Right, we have these like reinforcements of the vocal. So here, for example, it just gives like a little. It's just pitched up, I think. Yeah, just pitched up. 12 semitones. But yeah, so let's see what else we have in the build-up. So we have some drums coming in the build-up. Sounds like this. It's just a kick. I have a reversed sub drop. What else? It's not that complicated. A little swipe. A little riser. Sounds like shit, but it worked. And here we actually have those strings that I was talking about. So these are the Labs strings. And they come in, yeah, over here. Just after the intro. It's a very simple plugin, Labs. But yeah, there's not much more to this build-up. Yeah, let's go to the drop. Okay, so just a Kishmer drum fill. Again, Kishmer, shout out. I would never use this today because every producer, like, they can recognize all the Kishmer samples. They're like, oh, this is Kishmer, and oh, this is from that pack. So nowadays I try to be a little more, try to create something a little more unique maybe with the samples. But whatever, it works. And we have a few layers here with vocals. Okay, so this is the higher one that I showed you. So I can see. And so I can see. Okay, so this is, I have recorded this into Edison, but I have Little Alter Boy on here, which is a great plugin. So I've just like lowered the formant shift of the vocal and added some distortion. So I can see. So I can see. And that's pitched down 12 semitones. You can hear the difference in like shifting the formant and shifting the pitch. So this is the formant. It's what like everyone uses in pop or like in every genre nowadays. It's very popular to use formant shifted vocals. Take like Galantis for example. They always use like they pitch the formant up and they get that like playful kid's voice or whatever. And this is the vocoder. Yeah. Okay, so let's get to the drop. It's a pretty simple drop actually. It builds off of this vocal chop. I always chop with what's it called, slice X. Some people like to do their vocal chops like manually, like listen through a section and like, oh, I want to use this part and this part and this part, but I would not have the patience to do that. So I'd rather just do this and like play around with it. And this has, first of all, little alter boy that I showed you. So I've shifted the formant down. This is what it sounds like normal. So that's what formant shift does, what I tried to explain earlier. We have some OTT, which is at really high, which I actually like to do on vocal chops. I like to compress it really hard. Like compress it and distort it really hard, so I have some distortion here as well, through the wave shaper again. You just fuck around with it in the lower left corner basically, and it distorts the shit out of it. Some sound goodizer again, quite a lot of sound goodizer in these older projects. I still use sound goodizer though, it's great actually, if you know how to use it. And some reverb. Some EQs, the harsh highs, I just a little bit, and then some frequencies that I didn't like, and that's kind of what you need to do if you like compress it really hard and like saturate it and distort it. It's gonna become really like loud. So the frequencies that you don't want are really gonna like shine through. So you gotta bring those down. And yeah, here I did it even more in the highs. And here I just chopped everything off like below the bass frequencies, because you still want it to have some like lower throat, like some punch. But you don't want those frequencies that you don't hear disturbing the rest of the mix. And kickstart again. So that's how I made those. I can actually turn all of these off and you can hear what it sounds like without them. And here's with little alter boy. Compression, OTT. Distortion. Sound goodizer. You can hear those harsh frequencies now. They're becoming really like, they really stand out. Some reverb. Now comes the EQs. So listen before and after the EQs. It's a lot easier to listen to. Yeah, and that's it for the chops. That's probably the most advanced thing in this song. So it's not that advanced. Let's keep going through the drop. Here we have some brass shots or whatever from Kashmir. We have the kick. And here's that pluck that I showed you before. Let's actually do this. That's everything we've gone through so far. And here are like just a fill. It sounds pretty good actually, I think. And here we have so here are the like stabby like strings, also from Labs. I use these a lot in my drops, sort of to complement like the plucks and the chords and stuff. And yeah, it's just built up the same way as these chords pretty much. Here we have some, I think this is the bass actually. And to show you the layers, this is what I was talking about before. The ultrasonic sounds are actually pretty good. They're a good starting point. We have 2 of these Mesto basses here and 1 Brooks bass. Those sound almost exactly the same. And let's see, I've added compression again, some sound geyser, some distortion. So I've cut out all the sub in these layers. And some more EQ. And a limiter, because I think it was clipping. Question is, where is the sub bass? But oh, it's here. Okay, so this is the sub bass. Yeah, so that's actually all the layers for the drop. Oh, we have these that I actually really like. So these are some chops that come in here. That's probably one of my favorite things with this track. I really like those.
Fireflies in the sky, and they're coming down and hit the...
And it just pretty much repeats. I don't think there's anything new that I introduce after that. Yeah, I think we're gonna end that episode here. I probably missed a lot of things, but yeah, I can do a walkthrough of Forever if you guys would like that as well. We're pretty close to 700,000 streams, which is pretty crazy. Yeah, if you don't follow me on Instagram, please go follow me on Instagram. It means a lot. Subscribe here on YouTube for a lot more content in the future. I will try to upload at least 1 video a week. Fridays, probably, I don't know. But yeah, I'm pretty excited to start, YouTube for real this time. And I will probably get more used to being in front of the camera as well. It feels very strange, and I know the neighbors can hear me talking, so that's also a bit strange. But like I said, comment down below, follow me on YouTube and Instagram, and I'll see you guys next time.